Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Mark here. We're all about racing. And no surprise probably to any of you that yes, we have another Spsrk 143 scale Formula One car. In this case, this is the Alfa Romeo F1 Team Orlen C42 in 143 scale. Now it comes with this wooden base, as you all know, an acrylic jewel box. This is another one of the slipcase models, visible on both ends. The back of it, Alfa Romeo F1 Team, Orlen. And the bottom of it, of course, has all the licensing information that you expect from a Spsrk model. Now, as you can see, I just pulled the tabs off of this thing. I haven't even really looked at it really close, so we're going to do that together. Well, the C42 was a Formula One car designed and built by Alfa Romeo to compete in the 2022 Formula One World Championship. As far as technical specifications, and it's really interesting, the engine was a Ferrari 1.6-liter direct injection V6 in a mid-mounted rear-wheel drive layout. We all knew that. The electric motor was also a Ferrari, in this case a kinetic and thermal energy recovery system. Guess what? The transmission, yep, Ferrari 8-speed, sequential, seamless, semi-automatic with paddle shifters. And the clutch was an epicilic differential and multi-plate limited slip. And the battery was lithium-ion. I don't know who makes that, probably China. Now in 2022, it competed in 22 races with 0 wins, 0 poles, and 0 fastest laps. Now one of the things that I absolutely love about Spsrk models is the fact you have the drivers on the opposite side of the bases, as this one does. In this case being the number 77 car of Valtteri Bottas, I think one of the most underrated drivers in the whole series. His partner for that season was Zhu Guanyu from China, the first and only Chinese F1 driver. Now, here are some interesting notes on this car, and I really was kind of fascinated with these. The C42 has the shortest wheelbase of any 2022 Formula One car. Did you know that? It packaged its Ferrari engine with wide side pods. You can see right there, and they are huge. Featuring cooling louvers. You can see right there. As does the Ferrari Works team. Now, Alfa Romeo actually developed some components in-house rather than securing them for Ferrari. And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, Ferrari makes the engine, the electric motor, the transmission. What the heck does Alfa Romeo make? Well, here you go. Apparently they made the fuel tank. The rear suspension, okay. And exterior components of the gearbox. Now, interestingly as well, was that the C42 was exclusive in weighing less than a minimum weight requirements of 795 kilograms or 1,753 pounds. That was interesting. And also, when you think of Alfa Romeo, you kind of think of, the bottom feeder, the last manufacturer. In the 2022 season, they were actually 6th in the Constructor Championship because they actually had some races where the drivers obviously did score points. Now, as usual, this is an absolutely gorgeous model. It's from Spsrk. Yes, I am a Spsrk snob. Some interesting notes I thought is you've got a rather wide nose, I guess you could call it here. You've got the Alfa Romeo logo, which I really, really like. I just love it. You've got a massively huge wing, and I think Spsrk did a really good job with all of the, I guess you could call them the securing struts for the wing, which actually looks like it does have separate components, even though we all know it doesn't. Carbon fiber finish is gorgeous along the suspension parts, which you can see there. The wheels are obviously really nicely done, and I love the look of the wheel covers. And of course you have, I think that's the red, and would those be maybe the hard tire? I'm not sure. It might be me. I don't remember. Again, I'm somewhat new to Formula One. Got to get all these tires down straight. You do have a pitot tube, typical of all the cars, and you have a bunch of aerials. As I mentioned, you've got really wide side pods that I think really look good, and if you bring it back and look at it from this angle again, I think it is really menacing looking. It's a shame such a good-looking car was such a crappy car. The floor, fairly wide, and as Spsrk typically does, they do a really good job with all the details on that. You've got all the various sponsors along here. You got the sports strut. I suspect that was to limit porpoising. And if you take a look at the cabin, I like the job that Spsrk does with these 143 scale cars. I think they really do well. You've got nice details from the wheel. The driver figure looks great. I love Valtteri Bottas' helmet in that bright blue. There you go. That's a better look. It really gives you a good idea of what the cabin looks like there. I really love the red and white finish. It's kind of interesting. The louvers on this thing are really, I expected them to be more of a flat color, but they're kind of a glossy black. I'm not sure that I really agree with that, but okay. Take a look at the back of the car, and let's turn this thing around here. And I love the rear wing with the Alfa Romeo and the Italian colors of red, white, and green. Again, I mean, just look at the carbon fiber finish on those on the suspension parts, and the exhaust tip looks absolutely menacing, as do these massively wide 18-inch wheels they have on these cars. Guys, I think Spsrk again really hit it off with this car. I've got a whole bunch of other Formula One cars coming, so this will not be the last. I did get some sports cars recently too, so don't despair. I have those, and I've also got 2 Porsche 963s to review as well. Anyhow, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.